The Habs have missed the playoffs the last 3 years, the Sens the last 7 years. But as it stands right now, they're both in. How do you see this all unfolding, though, Hazer? When all is said and done, who gets in? The Sens, the Habs, or both?
These are moving targets on a daily basis, but I'm going to go with both as of today. I think Ottawa clearly is in a very good position here, Gino, and I think they need to go 500 the rest of the way, and they're likely in. And they've got a softer schedule. They're at home a lot down the stretch. I think they should be comfortable. They can't let their foot completely off the gas, but they're in a very comfortable position, Ottawa. So I feel very comfortable in saying that the Sens are going to get there for the first time in a long time, like you mentioned. It's the Habs, though, that they're in a true race right now. But I think Montreal is showing me that they want it, and they're pushing for it. You look at their third-period comebacks all season, but especially recently. You look at the running that they're on right now in terms of their win-loss record since the Four Nations face-off. Montembeau's been really good. Lane Hudson continues to improve. Their top line, their veteran depth continues to show up. Marty St. Louis, to his credit, hitting all the right buttons. So by no means are the Habs a lock. I think it'd be crazy for anyone to suggest that right now. But I like what they've been showing me the last couple of months. And I think they realize we are the pace car now. And I think that's an important mentality for them to have. They're not chasing anything. They're the pace car. They've been that for the past 7 to 10 days, and they appear to be very comfortable in that position. So I think when the dust settles in a month, we're going to see Ottawa and Montreal in the playoffs.
Getting there is one thing. Being competitive in the playoffs, another thing entirely. Given how hard they'd have to grind down the stretch to get in, would that exhaust them, or would that make them an even tougher out?
I think it's an even tougher out. I really do. And I think some of it will be based on what the matchup is, right? That second wildcard team, and I think that's going to be Montreal, is going to face a team in Washington who have been red hot all year, and they are chasing the President's Trophy, and they may stay hot down the stretch, but there's potential for them to load manage, them to kind of take their eye off the ball a little bit. And this is not the Washington team that won a Stanley Cup a number of years ago. You've got Ovechkin, you got Carlson, you got Wilson, but you got a lot of new blood down there, including a new coaching staff, new goaltenders. Washington still has to prove it to me. And I think the idea of Montreal coming down the stretch red hot, they would scare Washington. Ottawa, though, I think is built for playoff hockey. I think the way Travis Green is coaching them, I think the way they're built, I like their depth up front. And Linus Ullmark, if he's healthy, I think can compete with almost any goalie in the East. So if they were to play Florida in the first round, that's a tough matchup. If it's Toronto, if it's Tampa, they would definitely be an underdog in that position. But I'm telling you, those teams would not look lightly on them, and they shouldn't, because I think they could burn them. And I like the idea that both of them are playing for something down the stretch. You know the Stanley Cup playoffs, it can be a crapshoot at the best of times. If you get teams at the top that sit comfortable and think that they can put their feet up, and you get a team like an underdog team like Ottawa or Montreal that are built the way they're playing, that have been playing like this for months, that is a very, very scary formula.
Okay, but right now the Rangers, Islanders, Jackets, and Red Wings are within striking range, but still on the outside looking in. Which of those teams represents the biggest threat to the Sens and Habs?
For me right now, it's about who is actually showing me that they're in pursuit of this position. And as a result, I cancel out the Rangers right now. We've been waiting for them all year. The Rangers just continue to put up dud after dud after dud. I think Detroit continues to fade. Columbus has been a great story. I just don't know if they have enough gas. So I'm almost shocked in saying this, Gino, but I think it's the Islanders. I think it's Patrick Waugh and the Islanders right now because of the way that they're playing. And again, they're playing with tenacity and they're playing with belief. And those are the ingredients that I'm seeing with the Habs right now. I'm seeing that in Montreal. Marty St. Louis in Montreal, Patrick Waugh down on the island. I think they're pushing the right buttons and they have their team believing they can do it. Where the other groups just look to me like they're kind of almost limping to the finish line. So I think this will change possibly daily. And I think that's the beauty of this race. And I think that's what Gary Bettman and company are looking for, is this is basically the play-in right now. We're witnessing it down the stretch over the final 3 or 4 weeks. So, again, it may change a week or two from now, but I think it's the Islanders because, again, I think they're starting to believe. They're healthy. They've got a goaltender that can do it. I'm as shocked as anyone that I'm saying that, but I think the answer is New York.
It is a fun chase. As things stand right now, FanDuel has the Sens as a virtual lock for a playoff spot, while they've got the Habs more likely to miss the postseason than to clinch a spot.